Okay, we are at the front door, and right above the front door, our soffit's failing right here. We don't have rain gutters. The roof covering does not extend past the fascia board. Okay. Then we got some cracks in here. Some foam has been put in here. Wood to ground contact, wood rot right in here. We don't have any weep holes around the foundation. There's the gas port coming in. This gas has been turned off. The gas meter's on the other side of this structure. Oh, on the other side of this structure. Which way are we pointing here? One missed call. Where are we? Here now. The structure faces southeast. So, for the purpose of this inspection, we're going to say the structure faces south. Okay, we got high soils. There's a little bit of bowing coming out here. We got some separation in the mortar between, but it is mortar separation, and there's been mortar repair right there. But it is mortar separation, so the actual rock is not breaking. High soil, a little bulging right in here. There's just really not a good way to do these windows. There's casement around here. There's not a good way to protect it. You know, in 1900 when this thing was built or whatever, they just put the holes in and rough framed them like that, and it was good for a few years. But now it's been a few years, so some flashing would have been a little better. We got double pane. This is a double pane vinyl frame window. I'm missing a couple screens. This is a double pane aluminum frame window. Now right in here, okay, this is probably for a water heater, and this is the water heater temperature pressure relief valve, and it's supposed to discharge no farther from the ground than 6 inches. So that's a little too high right there. We'll speak to that here in a little bit. These drains right here, we've got cracking and peeling paint up there. But those drains are your secondary drain piping for your air conditioning system, so I guess they're going to be in the attic. And they're supposed to discharge directly over a window. These have kind of missed the mark, so they come down beside the window. The whole idea is that when you come out, you look out the window and you see it, then you know that you've got a problem. Now, this is on the way to the front door, so you know, for a practical standpoint, I'm just not sure. We got quite a bit of movement right over here, over this window. Right. And then we got this whip coming down. What's that for? Trying to get electrocuted. Here we are. Hello. That's a drain. That's what that is. That's not an electrical whip. That is a drain. So we've got 3 in the attic. And this one, instead of, that's a secondary drain. And so what they did is they go like, wow, that's coming down making a mess all the time. Well, it's making a mess because that's your secondary drain. That's not even supposed to be working at all. There's a little hole through your roof right there. I think water can get in there. I do. So that's your secondary drain, not your primary drain, your emergency drain. And you're running your emergency drain right down here and relying on that instead of your primary drain. That's kind of interesting. How does that roof look up there? Oh, there's the hole. I can see that one right there. Okay, and then our vent pipes. By the way, while we're at it, we'll be looking at the roof a little more, or what. Our flashing plate is sticking up right there where that branch is hanging off of that one. The PVC has not been painted to protect it from the sun's UV rays. And then this stack and that stack, those are too short. They're supposed to extend a minimum of 6 inches. They're supposed to extend a minimum of 6 inches above your roof covering like that. So that's too short. We do not have any, okay, this is a bollard, okay? And we do not have any bollards protecting our condensing units from vehicular damage. Okay, coming on out. It's hard for me to count. Okay, we got a little bit of water pooling over here, and but it's hard for me to count this spot for a parking spot. I imagine it could be if it's busy and what, and you could use it. But here's our trash bin right here. Nice little like quarter yard, third yard, something like that. What are you? You want to give me a reading? We use a little fly treatment. Just saying. We've got over here on this side, we've got all these dead men sitting here, landscaping timbers, just kind of rotting and cleaning. I guess that's going to protect the fence from the cars. I'm not sure how that works. In fact, I'm not sure whose fence this is. So coming on, there's our vent. Now we got an interesting thing going on here. Okay, satellite dish should not be on the roof. This should all be clean. But when the water comes down the roof, it comes down to this shed, and then the shed, water on the shed goes back towards the building. And that's bad enough. That's bad enough, except that it's also towards a window, the fenestration. So that's just a very weak spot. Some of our, okay, so we've got some cracks here, electrical wires here. Some of our fascia is loose right here. It's coming loose out from underneath that. Right in there. Do a separate video for you guys. We do not have an in-use cover coming on along. I'm not sure why you got a refrigerator outside, but there it is right there. Coming on around. More cracks in there, more separation at the freeze. And then on our lights, check this out. Going on up, this little shop light right there. Little shop light, extension cords hanging out. There's a little light in the tree. And we got another one over here, and that's all the lights I'm finding back here. Okay, I got some cameras. There's another light, okay. See, I just don't think that's a light. I think that's a camera. I think that's a camera. Okay, then we got our short stacks again. We're moving on along. We got two condensing units over here. This is another condensing unit. This is called a mini split. They're smaller, more efficient. This one looks like it's pretty old. Seen some good day, you know. Some heavy traffic. Okay, we got open clean outs. This is a grease trap. The grease trap needs to be serviced. Another open clean out. We got rat traps around here because I expect that. Over south, we're on the west side of the building right here. This is where the gas meter is. Then, okay, so now we're missing. We got leaks through our roof right in here. We've got missing fascia board back in the freeze board, if you will. Back up underneath here, we're missing a lot of our lumber. Our fenestrations, our doors, they were just like slapped in there. Coming on, missing some insulation. Missing a couple more screens. A little bulging right in here. Got a pretty good crack. Leaks and leaks and leaks. So we come over here. This thing is framed more or less for a room, but it's really, we don't have enough studs for a wall. I'm not sure what we were planning on doing here. Maybe like a station, service station or something. And then for our seating, when we come along here, and we look at our connectors. And we got little bolts in our connectors right there. Those aren't leg bolts either. Those are just like regular old screws. Look at that. Just screw it up. Then over here, instead of having a hanger, we just got one strip and we just bend it around, and at least we used the nails in that, did we not? No, we didn't. We used drywall screws. No. And all these hangers up here, drywall is all those dark screws, drywall screws, drywall screws, drywall screws, drywall screws, drywall screws, all up in there. Has it held so far? So far it's held. Okay, these are all metal posts. Okay, that's kind of scary if you think it's wood. Metal post, okay. Again, I don't think it's going to go very far, very fast. But I'm also saying that, you know, if it falls and somebody comes, you know, wanting answers, there's a potential for some liability there. Coming on out. 3 more. Okay, these lights seem to be doing pretty good. I saw that in the graphic, and these lights seem to be doing pretty good. We're going to do our water meter over there. That'll be easy. Turn around. See a little more movement. Turn our freeze boards off. You can tell none of this is flashed. You can tell none of that was flashed. Water just runs all back up into the walls. Because of all this rot right in here. Right in there. Wood mulch next to the structure. Trees next to the structure.